what dead flies are in people's lives are usually ways that they're trying to take care of themselves outside of God's will.
You don't have to be perfect to go do the things that God's given you to go do.
It feels so good when you stop banging your head against the wall, right?
The dead stink of those flies that I have created in my own life, man. So nice to get that taken care of.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear a little bit of Dead Flies, the original raw uncut.
Dead flies in the ointment, preventing me from being pure and sweet. Well, I got those dead flies in the ointment, preventing me from being pure and sweet.
Man, I love this. But Tim, how old were you when this song was being written, and what was going on around that time of life? What do
Yeah,
you
that
remember
would have
about
been the
that?
time when I was recovering from the experience in my mid-20s. So I probably would have been. There was a period when I started to go back to church and started to kind of get my life back on track. And I had created some of these songs, and I think this is a song I wrote and may have actually performed at a song at a I don't know, some youth group meeting or something. And so, I'm thinking early 30s for myself. So that would have been 55, 85, late 80s. And, I was kind of reflective. I mean, those dead flies that I tick off, I kind of identified as, the stuff that had gotten me in trouble my whole life. and so, I,
What were some of those dead flies that were
well,
bothering young Tim?
yeah, procrastination and fear. I mean, I would wonder whether I could do something or not. Greed, I wanted stuff and kept wanting more. And I've always been troubled by looking at women as objects instead of as, you know, sisters in Christ, as the phrase goes. So,
Yes,
um,
relatable.
yeah. So, kind of the basics, and that just comes from Ecclesiastes 10. I just saw that in there one time. I saw that verse, and I saw like dead flies, in a jar of ointment, and I just thought it was kind of a word, ointment, that doesn't really get used a whole lot in our culture, and dead flies is kind of gross. And so I thought, well, maybe it'd be a little bit kind of catch people's attention and catch their imagination. Why is he singing about dead flies? Well, this guy, so it's a little bit of that trying to, um, stir things up.
Yeah, for those that don't know the scripture, you said it was Ecclesiastes 10:1. It says, "As dead flies give perfume a bad
Hmm.
smell, so a little folly outweighs wisdom."
Wow, isn't that true? Sadly known from experience.
Yeah, and it's so, I mean, you see it all the time. I mean, people's lives are basically, you know, contributive and successful, and then something happens and something trips them up, and everybody finds out about it, and, oh, did you hear about so and so? And some supposed hidden sin, or happens to preachers all up and down the country, and happens everywhere you turn. And so anyway, yeah, the wisdom of Ecclesiastes and Solomon was, he knew he had his issues as well, as we all know. But yeah, so that's where that one came from.
In my counseling practice, I feel like what dead flies are in people's lives are usually ways that they're trying to take care of themselves outside of God's will. This is the shortcut to make me feel better, or yeah, fill in the blank. And so yeah, again, it's this process of learning to give up my way and to try a whole nother way, which it's so funny how God will let you try it your way. And that's important too, so that you'll finally figure it out that your way doesn't work. And he's got a lot of patience with us about that. And I think again, that's an important part of someone's walk too, is trying it your own way. I don't discount that. But man, it's a little bit sweeter trying God's way. Man,
It feels so good when you stop banging your head against the wall, right?
the dead stink of those flies that I have created in my own life. Man, so nice to get that taken care of.
I want to jump in real quick, John.
Please.
For whatever reason, it's coming to my head the old DC Talk song about what if I stumble, what if I fall. And I think in this a little bit maybe there, a word of encouragement to our fellow brothers and sisters out there that it's we all are like this. I mean, we all have this, but that doesn't mean we should. I don't know how to phrase it other than just to encourage you to keep going, even though we're all like everyone is going to stumble. You pointed out a couple things too. You said there's pastors that have had issues, and then well again they're kind of in the limelight, but we're all like Jesus himself said, "He that has no sin cast the first stone." And so I guess my word of encouragement is to just go and do it anyway. You don't have to be perfect to go do the things that God's given you to go do. You just need to go do it. And don't worry, because there's been a lot of negative chatter in my own head, as John referenced, those sort of inner demons, as I've called them, those voices in our head that discourage us. And yes, there is dead flies in all of our ointment, but that doesn't mean that well, then the beauty of it is that it's Jesus that makes us all complete, right? So we don't have to be perfect.
That's the good news.
We
It
just have
can't
to
be
keep
about
trying.
us.
That's
Just
in
keep
the
trying.
song. That's in the song.
Just
Yeah.
keep
I serve a
trying.
Lord with resurrection power. He brings them to
Mhm.
life and he tells them to flee.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there is no other option. There's no other Jesus walking around that's living perfectly. So it's only people who are with dead flies. That's all he has to work with. So you're in good company. Don't be discouraged by that. That's the norm. That's why God has compassion for us, because he knows what the human condition is like and what it does to us. So he's not looking at us with a scolding finger. He's there with a heart. It's like, man, listen, I get it. In fact, I lived it too, so I can empathize.
Absolutely.
Compassion.
That's a
Isn't
good
that great?
point, John. That's a
Mm.
good point.
If it's not good news, then I think it's not good news. It needs to be good news. That's the important takeaway from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, shall we listen to the polished version
Yep.
of Dead Flies?
Dead flies in the ointment, preventing me from being pure and sweet. Well, I got those dead flies in the ointment, preventing me from being pure and sweet. Procrastination, fear and greed, a little detail work sometimes gets the best of me. And sometimes I see a lady, think about her in my heart, in a way that dishonors our maker. Is that a better plan right from the start? Those dead flies in the ointment, keeping me from being totally complete. Well, I got those dead flies in the ointment, preventing me from being pure and sweet. Now fly, fly away, fly away. I said dead fly. You gotta fly away. Well, how can a dead fly fly away? You might wanna ask of me. You see that I serve a Lord with resurrection power. He brings them to life and then he tells them to flee. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Get on out of here, you. Dead flies in the ointment, preventing me from being pure and sweet. Well, I got those dead flies in the ointment, keeping me from being totally complete. Keeping me from being totally complete.
Wow. You guys, choosing to pair the blues with singing about dead flies is a perfect matchup because that's the feeling that when I think about the dead flies. It's sad, it's disgusting, it's a blues song. So bravo on that. What other ingredients did you mix into there, Nolan? What was going on with that?
Well, this one was an interesting one for me because of first off, he sends it to me, and then there was a massive snowstorm that occurred in Lincoln around the time that he had gotten it to me. And so I am on my way across Lincoln, uh, going in a super slow fashion, cruising down the road, and I am uh, remixing and listening to this song over and over and over again in my like what's normally 20-minute drive that ended up taking almost 2 hours to get across town. And I'm making it because part of it was I sat at a exit ramp for like 30 minutes. So I'm just like working from my phone on let's try this, let's try this, let's see what this sounds like. And I mean, I created a whole bunch of them. There is a true full blown blues version. This one is sort of a crossover of folk and blues, based off of what Tim had suggested. He kind of wanted a country folky kind of a sound, and so I stayed in that lane as best I could. I made an outlaw country because I was trying to hit all different kinds of country for him so he could get a vibe for what it is and then give me some direction and some feedback back on what he liked so I could keep editing it further. But it's like blues, soul, and then a little bit of groovy because I like a good groove myself. So I added a little bit.
Tim, does this capture what you were wanting to convey?
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, and that's the beauty. That's part of the beauty of doing this. There is a give and take, and where he says, "Is that about what it is?" And does that sound like what you want? And you know, when it was, I'd say yeah. When it wasn't, I'd say no. But that particular version of it, for whatever reason, I just liked. I liked the voice of the whatever it is, the bot, the singing bot. I like their voice. And I like the shoe, you know, shoot, and the rhythm of it was just so just kind of it's bluesy, but it's kind of an upbeat bluesy. You know, it's not like a woe is me, but it's definitely bluesy. And then I like the women coming in with it as well, especially when they sing. Think about a woman in my heart, and they go, yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, there's something about that
Yes.
that's just like hits the, oh, I know what you're talking about, brother. Yeah, you sure have. So
Yeah, they know. They
yeah, they
know.
know. So that was that I just thought that one was captured it like the best.
And the talking part too, where he speaks the words.
Yeah,
It's very, very
yeah,
cool sounding. I like
yeah.
that.
And when he gets to the Lord, has a better plan right from the start. The voice goes real low, which you can hear still, but it's just really low, which I don't think. I mean, I know I couldn't get down that low myself with my voice, but the process can do it.
It's the AI prompted me with like because it'll capture whatever sound you plug into it and kind of give you what like how they genreize that. And I think it said something about like a sultry baritone. So you got that going for you, Tim. The AI thinks you got a sultry baritone voice.
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay. Thank you, Nolan.
Uh,
Yeah, this was a fun one. Yeah, this was a fun one too. I just like the imagery of it all, right? I mean, the dead flies in the ointment and uh the whole visual of okay, well, how do you get rid of the flies, right? Like Tim, you and I had a conversation about that part of it. And it's like, well, how do you get rid of these flies? Uh, well, tell us, Tim, how do you get
Well,
rid of the flies in your
the
ointment?
song says, I serve a Lord with resurrection power. I mean, that's it. There isn't anything we do. You just have to serve the Lord.
Right. And
I,
the imagery you shared with me is you pictured the flies coming back to life
yeah,
in the ointment, dead flies coming back to life because he has resurrection powers. And then he says, shoo, shoo, flies.
yeah, yeah.
I just think that's
that's
a
an
fun,
image.
yeah, isn't that crazy? That's a fun way to think about it.
Say what you want, I'm here for it. Cry